Morning everyone. I seem to be putting a lot of videos out at the moment, so I'm making up for my hiatus when I was away for a few months. It's Saturday morning, getting cold here in the UK now, not unsurprising. It's officially autumn today I think, but it's nice and bright out there. I'm going to get a couple of videos out today because I won't be doing any more for the next few days. I'm going to pick up my daughter from Heathrow this afternoon. She's just come back from Africa. She's been there for 10 days, having just climbed Mount Kilimanjaro. So I'm a really proud dad. She's raised £6,000 for Macmillan Nursing. And for those of you who not in the UK and don't know what that is, it's a charitable organisation, nursing organisation that provides a whole range of care, not just nursing, for terminally or end of life patients, but primarily those with cancer. So Mum sent me a Facebook entry from last night, because I'm not on Facebook or Twitter, saying that she'd completed it. Proud of that, a little tear in my eye. So I'm quite happy this morning. So she's going to be staying with me a couple of days hopefully. So if any of you make any comments, which I hope you do because I love getting comments, I'm probably not going to be responding to them until at least Tuesday, or catching up with any videos you make. So wish I could apologise for that, but I'm going to be with my little princess, my little girl. Right, housekeeping. I'm smoking some old basket pipe I picked up about a week ago. No, I think hot on the heels of my last video. It's the PSP pipe. Now, I'm not going to keep calling it the boob pipe. Sorry, Pat. And or the bollock pipe either. So I've been sitting this morning in my armchair, contemplating what to call it. And you know, I just kept coming back to a beehive. I may be stretching the point a little bit. So from henceforth I should be calling this the hive. In it I'm smoking some of the tobacco that's gone out. Now I've been smoking this for like half an hour and it is smoking wonderfully. But I knew as soon as I started yabbing, it would go out, but it's only partially filled. It's my second smoke, breaking it in. I'm smoking. As I say, one of the little generous samples that Yogi sent me, which runs being the McLennan Beacon, which I'm looking up now, is a vapour. Now, Pat said to me that this might taste a bit manky for the first few smokes, but so far it hasn't. This is a really nice vapour. I think dark Virginia's in there. They say bright, so I'm not getting any sweetness out of it. I'm getting that nice sort of toasted dark Virginia taste and a lovely perique. Oh yes, really nice. I've also smoked the other one he sent me, McLennan Matured Virginia number 27 I think it's called, and that is lovely, absolutely lovely. Which is always the way, isn't it? You know, I'm not going to get into the ordering from four noggins, you know, because I don't have a credit card, and wondering whether it's actually going to get through customs and going to get duty piled onto it. So, never mind, there's plenty of other lovely tobaccos in this country. Now, I have nothing to say in this video, so Terry, if you're watching, I think you have the premium on pointless videos. Yeah, I haven't. Check this one out. But something a little odd happened this morning, and I found it odd, and you probably won't think it's odd at all and remotely interesting. But I was sitting on my lunch having my pipe, and I thought I'm not going to turn the TV on, so I just put the radio on. I generally have Radio 3, some classical music. And I was smoking, thinking it was quite nice. I closed my eyes with the music. and I completely lost the taste of the tobacco, which made me start thinking about pipes and the five senses. Now, I don't know any of you tried this, and do give it a go. I really believe that it's the sight of the smoke drifting about, swirling about, that makes a psychological difference to it. Try it. I was like, it's weird. It's not the same at all. And it occurred to me, and I'm sure people have said this before, and again, I'm probably stating the obvious and you're going to go, right. But the hobby as a general does cater for all senses. Excuse me a second, I'm going to have a coffee. Oh, that's nice. As you know, I don't use instant coffee. I ran out of sugar this morning. I thought, so I had some honey, the running honey, and I put some of that in it. It's really nice. Oh God. Anyway, that's an aside. So yeah, and what I should have done was jot these things down, but it just reinforces why this hobby is so great. After all, we exist entirely on our senses, but that smoke thing was a sight. You know, there's the look of a pipe, designs on pouches and tins, sound. I think my favourite sound is the of opening a tin of new tobacco. That's lovely. Or the crackle of a pouch. I think I've heard someone say before, like, it's also the crackle of the burning tobacco, but I don't know. Generally, pipe sound, gurgles and hissing is not great. Nor is a crackle of baccy. I don't get that when I first light up, but then my hearing's not probably that brilliant either. Smell, obvious one. The first smell of the tobacco out of the pouch or out of the tin. And the room note. And I said in a recent video, it's a real shame that we can't smell the tobacco while we're smoking it. Which is why I rue the fact that I don't have any friends that smoke tobacco, so that I can get that smell. And when I've been out before, you know, I've said, you know, down the pub with my friend Mark, it's amazing how many comments you do get about the tobacco. May not be many, but to get any at all is quite surprising and pleasant. I think, oh God, I wish I could smell that. But my friends don't smoke a pipe. Touch. What I'm doing now is holding the pipe again. The pipes again, the shapes of a pipe, how it feels in your mouth, hanging. I'm a bit of a clencher at times. How it feels in your hand. You know, getting some new tobacco in with the package, the tin, the pouch, opening it, feeling of tobacco, breaking a flake up or folding it, all that. I mean, touch is probably the biggest thing. Taste. Only one there, tasting the tobacco. Although I suspect that might be a combination of your taste buds on your tongue and maybe the aroma as well mixed together, so maybe we do get a little bit of the smell of it. Have I gone through the main five there? I don't know. So I didn't make a note of that, and I know I'm rambling, but today I'm a happy man. But if any of the others you think of that I've missed out, I mean, pop them in a comment and say I might not be able to respond for a few days, but I'll be interested to see any I've overlooked. And of course, there is the sixth sense. It's the sixth sense that says to you, I need that pipe. So I'm getting a little bit of whistle out of this now, so I'm probably coming to the end of my... And I do like to, I don't know whether you guys do that, I do like to kind of try and get a little cake on the bottom, especially as McLennan's Beacon is really quite nice. So Pat, I'm not getting a manky taste out of this at all. It's smoking really, really, really well. And that's it really. I think like Terry, I watched one of Terry's last video when he just said there's a pointless video, but it was really interesting. You know, I could listen to that guy for ages, and he was sitting there thinking, I'm not even sure whether I'm going to post it. I'm sitting here thinking the same thing. And as he said, even after having done a few videos now, oh God, earlier on I forced myself to go back. I talked about when I did the Pakistan Yogi, talked about the video I made, I think it was the first 3 of when I started pipe smoking, and I went back and watched it this morning. Now I always play my videos back probably a minute or so just to make sure everything's okay, but my early days, oh, how nervous I was, how fumbling, and as I still am, but oh, that was grim. And I do still get nervous approaching making a video, thinking, the first switching the camera on, what to say in the first few seconds is always the most important thing. And like Terry says, quite rightly, you have a choice whether you watch it or not. You know, when you start watching it, you can always stop. So I try to give you some idea of what the content is about, for you to make a decision whether just to give it a miss or not. But I do enjoy doing this. It is a way of sharing, and getting the comments back is really, really valuable. Nice to hear what you're smoking, your tips that you give me, what your thoughts are about things that pipe presenters say. And you don't always have to disagree with them. I would expect not to agree with all the time. That would be boring. So I'm going to make one more video after this, and it's one I've promised to make for a while now, which I'll come on to. So Pat, I'm going to be wearing the same shirt. That's a little private joke between me and Pat, although he did leave a comment on it. So rambling over, I just want to say, hopefully if you guys are making videos, I'm going to be catching up with them Tuesday, but I'm going to just enjoy a few days with my daughter and hear all about our little adventure. So until a few minutes time, take care guys, see you soon, happy smoking, have a great weekend, bye bye.